Bob Davis here with Strength of America. First, I want to welcome you to our new YouTube page. We've been running strength and speed programs here in the Valley since 1989 here in Mesa, Arizona. Prior to that, just a little background on myself and what this channel is about. I was a strength and conditioning coach with Boyd Epley back from 85 to 89 back in the Big 8 days at the University of Nebraska, working with our power development for our football players. I was also in charge of the freshman strength and conditioning as incoming kids coming to school. And then taking care of our volleyball, softball, and baseball players year-round in the training. And then, of course, a group of 6 of us that took care of the varsity and all 200 football players that came out each year to start out for the team. But since that point, transitioning over, when I left the University of Nebraska to come out here to Arizona, my primary function was, let's develop a program for our younger athletes. And our younger athletes, I concentrate a lot on our 10 to 14-year-olds, but we still get athletes through high school and college that come to us in our training program. But a big part for them is we can teach them the fundamentals early, how to eat properly, how to get enough calories. That's one of the biggest things we see first when we have them fill out fuel charts is we find most of them aren't getting enough calories. So as we do this, we want to make sure they understand getting enough that they need to do, getting the proteins, hydrating correctly, what that means, also getting proper rest. Because we find that's another big problem, that the kids just aren't getting enough sleep. They're so wired, they've got so much going on, they've got their cell phones, they've got computers, they've got homework, they've got sports, ton of things going on, which is great. We want to keep them busy and active. However, overload, their bodies can't recover. So as we get involved, not only working with these kids directly, but we work with coaches. We do sports programs, we do training camps, we do coaches performance camps to try and help, especially our coaches working with these younger athletes that maybe haven't had any formal training in the conditioning aspect of it, but love the sport of baseball, football, lacrosse, all the different aspects of these sports. We want to help give them the tools so these kids can really gain more out of it. And above all else, we want to keep them safe. And I could tell you, by the time I was 21, I'd already had 4 knee and 3 shoulder surgeries. So that was my main thing. I wanted to make sure by the time those kids hit 50, they get out of bed and their knees feel pretty good. Thanks, Bob. I'm feeling much better than you do. And that's what we want to do. We want them feeling good and healthy and participating. That doesn't mean it's a soft program. A big part of our stuff has still got to be about performance, increasing their speed, their power, how they change direction, control the melon, that head that bounces and moves around and wastes so much energy moving. So as you get involved in this, of course, on our page, we're going to have the weekly podcast going on. You can also follow the links below. We have one specifically takes you to our main webpage, strengthofamerica.us/theSOApodcast. When you go to that and you get onto our email list, we also are going to send out to you a free 30-day vertical jump program. Basically, it's videos, programs, weekly, showing them exactly what they do, how to increase that vertical jump, and protect the knees at the same time. So make sure you get to that page as well. And if you like to follow on YouTube, or you've got your page right here, every week there's going to be a regular one that downloads for you, the podcast. You can also follow us on iTunes, our Facebook page, that if you're in the Arizona, at least to start with on our program, make sure you like the Facebook group page, get on there, tag your team, your school, and your league. The more of those that go on every month for the next 6 months, I'm going to be selecting 1, potentially 2, depending on how many we get the likes. So we'll do a 2-hour athletic performance camp. Go specifically to your school or your league, get set up, show them, the coaches, hands-on, the athletes, really how do you increase performance? How do you look for potential knee problems, shoulder problems for our baseball, softball players, back injuries, those type of things. But then how do we get faster? How do we increase that speed? How do we eat? It's all part of that program we're going to get involved in. So make sure you like that. Thanks for being a part of this. The Strength of America family, that's a big part for me, is making sure we're giving back after 30 years, and we just get all this free content out to help you as much as possible. Any questions you have, any specific area you want covered in the podcast, please let us know. Write it. Send me a message on here, or I'll have my email down there as well, theSOApodcast@gmail.com. We'll help you with whatever we can. But thanks for being a part. Like, share it, subscribe it. Let's help those kids out there. Thanks for all you do.